Are we raised by corruption? Go, ask yourself, are you raised by corruption? Well, we know for a fact that corruption in the Philippines is on heated debate. Corruption is abuse of power for personal gains, and it includes bribery, double dealing, under-the-table transactions, manipulating elections, diverting funds, laundering money, and defrauding investors. Now, let's look up history. According to Thompson, 2016, corruption can be traced back to the colonial period. During the Spanish colonization, the so-called ilustrados, or the elites of the Philippines, were privileged to hold government positions and own at least a country estate. Their power and wealth expanded during the American occupation when the church's lands were divided among them. Further, these elites collaborated with the Japanese during their occupation, thus maintaining their aristocracy. And when President Manuel Rojas granted amnesty to all Filipino collaborators to relieve the nation from the wraths of war, the persistent governance of the ilustrados formed the contemporary political dynasties. Recently, Transparency International in 2020 unveiled the Philippines dropped in corruption rank to 115 from 113 in 2019 out of 180 countries. However, it remains a very controversial affair. The most recent news about corruption is the 10.4 billion pesos pandemic fund which Senator Manny Pacquiao wants Senate to probe on. Thompson in 2016 describes corruption as an act that gave the wealthy few an advantage over the struggling many, and that's a hurting truth. The impact of the corruption goes beyond the corrupt individuals. It robs the people and the country itself, from the impoverished food to the average social and health benefits, to the substandard living, and to the slaved freedom of the Filipinos. It definitely hampers progress in the country. Therefore, it is very vital to consider solutions and act against it. These solutions include ending impunity, reforming public administration and finance management, promoting transparency and access to information, empower citizens, and closing international loopholes. Author Mehmet Murat Ildan once wrote, "Instead of politicians, let the monkeys govern the countries. At least they will only steal the bananas." For now, the question remains being contemplated. Are we really raised by corruption?